So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. And if you would like to listen in a still position, just allow yourself to fidget, to stretch, to adjust and move in whatever ways your body wants to move. As you do your best to not think about the movements at all, not worry about what anything looks like, but just coming fully into your sense of feeling and following those yummy sensations that you might feel when you do some torso twists or side body bends, neck rolls, or a big morning stretch, reaching the arms overhead, just getting the belly nice and long and big. And there's no rush whatsoever. You can keep moving throughout this practice anytime you feel the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can make your way to a still position. Just feeling that the spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow your eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. As you now mark your arrival into your practice today and into your body today with a full, intentional cleansing breath, calling in fresh, new air into the body as you watch, as you fill up with air to every corner and edge of you. As you hold that for a moment once you're full, to stay and experience that sense of fullness before allowing it all to go. As you exhale bit by bit, and you gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to now experience this sense of emptiness as you allow your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And there's no rush whatsoever. You can continue to breathe in this slow and exaggerated way for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. Just intentionally slowing down the 4 parts of the breath. The inhale, the pause at the top of your inhale, followed by the exhale, and that pause at the bottom of the exhale. As we intentionally, consciously slow down the 4 parts of the breath. And therefore, communicating to our nervous system that right now is a time to slow down, to let go, and to relax. And at any point, if you haven't already, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether. As you allow yourself to become the observer or the witness. So rather than having any direct impact over the rhythm or depth of your breath, stepping into that observing role where you can now simply witness the fact that your body is breathing, rather than having any control over the breath. But remembering how our body and our body breathing is just like waves as they roll up along the shoreline. You do not need to change anything about the size or speed of the waves, but you can simply watch as each one comes and goes. And sometimes it can feel very difficult, if not nearly impossible, to focus on your breath without influencing it at all. And so just know, if that's where you are at right now, that is perfectly okay and very normal. And instead, what we can do is shift our awareness to the physical. And even with the eyes closed, if you were to just capture a glimpse of your face right now, what expression would be resting there? And making note of any emotions that could be communicated by this resting expression on the face. Maybe the brow is tense, or the jaw, the nostrils could be flared, or even the chin or ears could be holding some extra unnecessary tension. And so allowing your awareness of these areas of tightening and resisting be all that you need to instead allow these areas to release. Maybe even opening and closing the mouth a few times before you find that center place where your jaw just hangs into place. Where your tongue releases from the roof of the mouth. And you feel that sense of letting go in the mouth naturally spread outward and upward as your cheeks soften even more, along with the eyelids, the eyebrows, the entire forehead, and even the ears and the chin. As you feel this general sense that every single muscle in your face, every tiny muscle that has created every expression you've ever made, feeling a sense that each and every muscle is simply ungripping from the bones and releasing back into the support of your skin. As you remember that right now, you can trust your own anatomy. You do not need to hold yourself in any particular way, but you can trust that when you fully let go, just like you do every single night when you go to sleep, everything in your body is held where it needs to be. Without any of your doing, without any of your direction or extra help, your body has got it covered, has got you covered. When you fully soften all the muscles in the legs, in the belly, in the arms, when you just allow your entire body to exhale and release your muscles let them ungrip from the bones. Everything is held where it needs to be. And just allowing yourself to rest, even if it's just for a split second, in that sense of safety and trust that comes included in your own anatomy and on this earth. What's come included in all of our bodies is this safety that without any of our doing, when we let go, we will be held and supported by the earth that is beneath us. We will not be crushed or float away, but gravity will hold us close to the earth, right where we need to be. And our skin will hold everything within us intact. And so just, even if it's for a moment, feel this full-bodied hug from just gravity and your own body, your own skin, and the air that hugs your skin. All of this love and safety and protection that has been required simply for you to exist the way that you do right now. And maybe starting to let more and more of your awareness make its way into your heart as you start to become more and more in tune with this rhythm that is the steady background beat to your entire life, your own heartbeat that has been pumping life into you for as long as you've existed in this body, and will continue to do so. And just remembering how all of the power and love that is constantly being pumped into your body, into your heart, and all the generations of love that has existed before you, just for this heart to be here. And feel all of that power and love of your ancestors and your family and the ones who have come before you, the ones who have allowed this heart to beat. And feeling their own strength and power and how it hasn't gone anywhere. And how every ounce of love and power from your family, from your ancestors, from your angels and guides, from whatever you believe in, it all exists within you. And we will not feel this love and strength and power all the time, nor are we meant to. But we can take comfort in the fact of its existence, even when we don't feel it. And we can trust that we will feel it again someday. Just like the moon, we are not meant to be full and bright and shining all of the time. Sometimes we will have to be in darkness. And that is just another part of life. And being in darkness is what allows us to fully enjoy and appreciate all the light. So you can continue to feel all that is here for you to feel, and continue to soften your body into whatever it is that you are feeling. As you listen to the following words that are written by young Pueblo in his book called The Way Forward. But just allow anything that feels like it resonates with you to soak in a little deeper and not worrying about the rest. On control. If you were to take a deeper look at the foundation of nature, you would see that at its creative core, there is the swift flow of movement, particles whizzing by at rapid speeds and interacting in different combinations, temporary connections breaking and forming. All that we know in daily life is animated by the undercurrent of change. Change creates the space where mind and matter come together to construct the illusion of self. It allows for endless possibilities and ensures the deterioration of each new combination. Nature exists in the form of a river. To fight this never-ending flow is to cause ourselves heartache and stress. The ego seeks to control, so naturally it is at odds with the truth of impermanence. The ego wishes to mold reality so that it may have all that it craves, but that is not possible, nor is it the path to happiness. The ego is bound together by attachment, meaning the craving for things to exist in a certain way. The ego struggles against change because change reveals that control is rarely possible, and at a deeper level, that the ego itself is ultimately insubstantial. Control has severe limits. The only parts of reality that we have power over are our own actions and the habits that those actions create. To think that we can manipulate all of reality is a serious delusion. And if we are to act on that delusion continuously, then it will become easy to harm those we come across. Control sucks the air out of relationships, and it pushes away good people. Control functions in opposition to love. Long-lasting friendships and relationships often break under the weight of control. The thicker the ego is, the more likely the individual is to believe that their way is always the right way. Control is often a manifestation of old hurt and trauma. At the apparent level of everyday life, you and I are here. But at the ultimate level, we are simply temporary changing phenomena. Being able to live in a balance with these two truths, that we are real and that we are not real, actually helps us live without holding on so intensely. When you deeply embrace change, letting go becomes so much easier. You can teach the ego to exist more loosely by intentionally developing the qualities of present moment awareness and by challenging yourself to selflessly witness the perspective of others. The highest levels of happiness are not available unless you exist in harmony with the truth of change. And that requires you to become more flexible with your idea of who you are and what you desire. It serves you best to flow with change instead of fearing it and fighting it. You can simultaneously make decisions that align yourself with your goals while also accepting that there will be many moments in your life that you cannot control. All you can really do is respond to the changes that occur in a way that supports your freedom and happiness. Relying on control is an attempt at finding security, but that feeling of safety and fullness will become abundant only when you can accept change as your teacher. It is easier to stop having a combative relationship with change when you remember that change facilitates the creation of everything you love. Without change, there is no existence. Mold your life in the ways that you can, especially when it comes to your own actions, but do not lean on control as a way to heal or misconstrue it as a method for joy. The deepest healing and delight arises from letting go. You know you are moving in the right direction when you think to yourself, I am so thankful to my recent past self for making this current moment easier than it would have been otherwise. The work you put in now makes your future brighter and smoother. And finally, you don't need to rush your opinions or make judgments on every topic. The agitation you feel to join the group by quickly accepting the general outlook limits your ability to be the realest version of yourself. It's okay to move at your own pace and to remain curious. Those are some bangers. So you can just take the next few moments to allow each and every word that you've heard today, each and every feeling that you have felt today to settle. As you remind your body once again to re-soften. And you can allow each and every word and each and every feeling to act as a little speck of glitter in a snow globe. And your body is that snow globe. And now is the time where we set you down, let the glitter settle, and let the air clear. And just trusting that anything at all that you heard today that resonated with you or struck a chord with you, or felt like something you needed to hear in some way. Just trusting that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allow these truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition. Trusting that when you quiet all of the external noise that we take in every moment of every day, ultimately you know exactly what it is that you need to do, if that is anything at all. And there is nobody else out there who will be able to teach you more about yourself, your heart, your passions, your desires, your sense of purpose, than what quiet time with yourself can teach you, along with conversations with people who unconditionally love you. And so if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you just feel this contact of your palms and fingers to one another. Just reminding yourself once again of all this power you have in your own heart. As you welcome in a final deep and full breath into the body, filling up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. To take this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.